This is Mike Troxel again. I want to welcome you to a journey through Proverbs. This is my personal devotional experience, and that I'm reading through the Old Testament book of Proverbs. It's a beautiful book, an incredible book. I love it. It's my favorite book in the Bible by far, and that's simply because I really value the intensely practical information it gives for so many areas of our lives. So I'm going to be going through, as I had said in the last video, a lot of the different information. And today, we're going to just jump right in. We're going to look at Proverbs chapter 1, and it's going to be verse 8 and 9. And we're going to be looking at a very important key thing here. So Proverbs chapter 1, verse 8 and 9, it says, "My child, listen when your father corrects you. Don't neglect your mother's instruction. What you learn from them will crown you with grace and be a chain of honor around your neck." So this is a very important passage. This forms a basis from our youngest years. We are placed in a situation where we're dealing with our parents. Our parents have experienced things ahead of us, and every young child thinks that they know better than their parents. But it gets even worse when they become teenagers. In fact, when your children become teenagers, you cease to be an intelligent individual. And for most families, teenagers learn, even though they are learning from their parents, they act as though the only people they can learn from is anyone outside of their parents with life. And many parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about if you have teenage children or have had teenage children. But this passage is very important because it deals with a few key things for us that we want to dwell on. For one, it just makes sense. It says the end result will be that you will be crowned with grace and you will have a chain of honor around your neck. That's because you're going to live a successful life. Your parents have experienced things ahead of you. They know where the pitfalls in the road are. They know how to help you to avoid those things. I'm not saying that every parent is wise and every parent has wisdom in every area, because that's certainly not the case. And I'm not saying that everything that comes from your parents, no matter how wise they are, is just the greatest thing to listen to. Everyone has their areas where they excel and other areas where they are not excelling. And so you need to take that information, you need to listen to it. And that's what Solomon says here. Listen when your father corrects you. Don't neglect your mother's instructions, because what you learn from them will be a benefit to your life and help you be successful. Most people hate discipline. They hate being corrected. They don't like to be told that they're wrong. This goes to whether it's with parents, whether it's a spouse, whether it's a sibling, or whether it's people that your colleagues at work or your manager, your boss, the business owner. It doesn't matter who, a teacher at school. It doesn't matter who is correcting you. Most people, when they're being corrected, they just don't like it. It doesn't feel good. It is painful. It's embarrassing. But here's the thing. This passage, while it identifies listening to the father and not neglecting mother's instruction, it is dealing with way more than that. Your parents' relationship to you as a child is kind of a type of your relationships to all authority for the rest of your life. And as we learn to have respect for and listen to our parents, it prepares us for the larger world when we leave our parents' house and their guidance. And so I would suggest to you that a simple application of this is the respect for any authority. So I want to put a couple things on the board for you to consider. So the first thing is, it says listen when your father corrects you, and it says don't neglect. That's don't ignore. Pay attention to what your mother instructs you. And then it says in verse 9, it says, and what you learn from them is going to be a benefit and a grace to you. So the purpose of most parents, I can't say for every parent, nor for every manager or business owner, but or teacher, most people in positions of authority, they want the people that they are leading, that they're teaching, they're instructing, they're responsible for, they want them to make good decisions. They want them to make good choices so that they are successful. And that's the bottom line of what we're looking at. The book of Proverbs is written to teach me how to be successful. That's what Proverbs 1, verse 1 through 3, the very introduction to the book we covered in our last video, it says it is for the purpose that you and I could live successful lives. One of the keys to being successful is listening to people who have gone before you, getting a coach, someone who has gone before you, whether it's in investing, whether it's in some aspect of business, building a business, whether it's a brick and mortar business down the street in Main Street, or whether it's an online business, whether it's relationships, marriage relationships, dating, whether it's your business communication relationships at work and how you're getting along with colleagues and the people above you, the people below you, whether it's in leadership skills. Getting a coach, someone who can mentor. A coach, I did not spell that right. Sorry about that. Getting a coach or a mentor, someone who can teach you and help you be able to improve and grow yourself and to do those, whatever that aspect is, to do those things better, to improve your life is vitally important if you want to be successful. And that's really what Solomon is saying here. He's telling you to listen to, don't neglect, and learn from the wisdom of those who have gone before you. And in this case, it's identifying specifically our parents, but by extension, it's anyone that's in a position of authority or leadership or teaching in our lives, that will be a benefit. And I hope you will learn to make good choices, and that you will use opportunity of leadership that you have to help people to learn from and to coach and mentor them, whether it's your kids or people, subordinates at work, or whoever it is, wherever you're having influence, that would use it to help other people to have successful lives. You'll be benefited, they'll be benefited, and we can all grow together and have a better society.